We are.
Okay.
We all know.
A lot happened in the finale.
Yeah, a big fight.
We did it. We saved the
Oh.
world.
Save the
We
world.
saved the world.
You sound
All
far
right.
away, by the way, Nick.
I probably am.
I probably am. What an interesting way of putting that. I can start, and you guys help fill in where I forget.
Okay.
So, at the top of last session, we were presented with a bit of a problem in the sense that we have a dragon at the top of the keep that had yoinked Saarebas, and Maestus had yoinked Noctis. Noctis was able to recover enough and then used an ability that she had learned from the spellcasters to protect her mind from Maestus's mischief.
Yeah.
They have a back and forth. Rock falls, pins Maestus. We save her. She thunder steps and or just casts Thunder Wave or something, hurts us all to push us away, and then offers Noctis one more time, let's go. I'm getting you out of here. I don't want you to die. And Noctis is like, why? And she's like, final call. You can either stay here or you can find out what happened to your actual parents. And there was a long situation where Noctis had to figure out what to do with that, because that's big. In the end, Noctis ended up chill touching Maestus' hand as a refusal, being like, I'm saving Saarebas now. Maestus goes away. We get with the leadership of the mages and the Inquisition, and we do a little back and forth where Noctis inspires some people to put their weapons down and chill out. Voheim does sort of the same for the Inquisition. Everybody chills out. We're like, we need a plan. The plan is we need to run distraction. One team needs to run distraction while the other one fires weapons at it. So Natalie, using her character's in-baked dragon backstory stuff, Syretia was able to give them some advice on where to shoot their arrows. And basically, it started off a chain reaction battle where things that we would do by rolling a d6 would change what all the limitations that Saarebas could do fighting Mal internally, who again is doing the stock standard, we could work together, we could be a team here, let's don't make a hasty decision. I can take away the magic you hate so much if you just chill out, we can work together. Saarebas was like, I'm done talking to you, you're immature, you don't know what you're doing, I'm done, this conversation's over. They start fighting. We managed to run to the chapel over multiple turns. The mages do some cool stuff using some light magic. The archers, using Syretia's information, get some lethal shots that really lets Saarebas just tear into Mal, because Mal was taking so much damage from the outside that by the time we ended up going into the Fade to get him, he had already annihilated Mal, and he runs to us, jumps to us, we grab him, we come through, the last remnants of Mal tag along, and then he casts Sacred Flame just as an extra middle finger, burns him up. Just insult to injury, you're double dead now, goodbye forever. And then we're all just sort of group hugging in the chapel, all of us together, safe after beating him. And then the knowledge that we're going to have to watch as the fallout from this, what happens with the Inquisition and Allmander and his mages. And it was morning. We had seen that it was morning and the blizzard had stopped. For the first time since we arrived at Dirloch, the snow had stopped and the sun was coming up, and we all just got to take in the glorious dawn.
Very good. Yeah.
I thought we had gone to get bread as well.
That was our next step, I think. Voheim
No, I am pretty sure that we already left to get it.
Probably.
Yeah,
Voheim was very insistent on that.
Voheim bemoaned the lack of breakfast.
You
It's
ended
morning, which means it's breakfast time.
You ended last session sitting down for breakfast bread as the survivors, there were only a handful of casualties, and most people are going to make a very strong recovery.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I love to hear.
But despite the scattered bones of the undead dragon, despite arrows sticking out of the melting snow, despite rocks and rubble strewn about the entirety of Dirloch Hold, the keeps are torchlit, and conversation is bustling. Elven magi, along with Inquisition soldiers, and the handful of other visitors that had stopped by in your time in the hold, all find respite in some very quaint conversation shared over bread. As it seems, the work never stops for Hannon and Mac. So the four of you get a moment for the first time in your companionship, relatively stress-free, devoid of any pressing matters. You catch a sight of the baby you fought for this whole time, Dove, ogling at you from the other side of the room. As Evangeline and Shurston discuss with the Seeker and the First Enchanter. You can't make out the conversation from where you sit. And you know a decision must be reached at some point, but for now, the battle is won. And Hannon comes over with fresh, hot, steaming bread.
Grab
He
some
takes a
take
step
it.
back after handing a tray to Voheim.
Yeah.
Voheim unashamedly takes like three loaves to himself and just like looks over at Syretia, who's probably staring daggers or just like confused.
Yeah, like-
And it's just like, I'm not missing another meal, all right?
I never said you were going to, but you can share that with the rest of us. I think we've all earned
No,
it.
there's plenty of bread. It's fine.
We will
Okay.
never run out.
See,
Yes, I
Alright.
told you.
Oh, Odie, and I think she's gonna reach into her bag and pull out some food for him and like kind of like, side feed him. While
He's at eye level to you. He has grown quite a bit
I know. Be like, okay,
as he
go ahead.
he patiently awaits the bread.
All right, and just tear some off and just hand it to him. Don't be a glutton. Like, she'll just kind of nod her head towards Voheim without saying his name.
Voheim, whether he hears it or not, just smiling with bread in his mouth, just holding like 2 loaves of bread, just says, "Catch me if you can." Just like eating, just like so much bread. And then if there's like, I'm assuming there's like a lull where like people might not be like, they're still recovering from last night. So, some people
there
are
are-
probably more concentrating on eating or just like sitting in quiet or.
There are people leaning up from their stretchers, being tended to by healer magi. And they struggle to eat, but still are able to carry on a conversation with those around them.
Taking one of the loaves, I would like to find where Neil is.
Of course. So he's definitely being tended to. Let's see, where would you find Neil? So you get up, and again, there's a lot of students that were, wheeled in, carried in, being tended to, seeking medical attention. And you see that one of the teachers, one of the enchanters, Menave, is treating Neil. Though he seems to be sitting up. He's got his head in his hands, rubbing his eyes, just holding his spectacles down below. You can see, like, from what little you can see of his face, that he is cleaned up. He is no longer leaking any sort of black liquid from any of his facial orifices.
Voheim would stride over and sit on the side of his bed and say,
Well, it would appear that the shoe is on the other foot now.
I'm really sorry. It came to this. I thought the alternative would be worse. I made a call. I don't know if it was the right one, but it seems you made the most of it.
Voheim places a loaf of bread on just like Neil's stomach or his chest, just while he's just lying there, and just sort of pats him on the shoulder and says,
Oh, we all came out all right. I'm just glad that you're recovering well.
Well, that's good. I'm glad things were able to end well enough. I just can't help but wonder if we could have saved more, if I could have done anything different.
Neil, you're a smart fellow, much smarter than I am, I reckon. You know as well as I that kind of thinking has never made anyone feel better about anything, ever.
I suppose you're right.
If you wish to make amends, there are plenty of people in this place who could use your help, I'm sure. That would be a much better use of your mental faculties.
Well, the truth is, I haven't exactly been doing good in the classes. I can't keep up with all the other elves. I want to make this place work. But I'm no talented mage to begin with. If I'm to make amends, I really need to perfect my craft.
I'm not talking
more
about
reason.
magic, Neil. That's not what I'm talking about. You might be the greatest mage in the world, and you might be horrible at connecting with people, or making them feel better, or calming their nerves, or getting them a new pillow to help them sleep.
I suppose no one hates me. I have been trying my best. And I will continue to do so.
Well, you better, or I'll hear about it, Neil. And I'll come back here and I'll knock your head into a wall if you don't keep your grades up.
If you knew magic, I bet you would have a lot to teach.
No, magic would just slow me down.
Well, I appreciate you trying to cheer me up.
Trying? Eat some of that bread.
Now I feel much better.
pats him on the shoulder. And Voheim, if you'll permit, this can cut away from me starting to do this, so I don't take up too much time. But Voheim is going to make his way down to the warehouse, the storage area down in the hold.
The dungeons where you once were? Okay, so as you walk through the halls of the hold, there are now breaches in the walls that weren't there when you first came to know this place. By the time you get to the guardhouse, it's completely blown open. After all, an undead dragon was forcibly thrown through its entire mass into the stones and completely left basically a crater in its wake. But with enough investigation, you can find the stairs leading down. And though it's in more of a ruined state than it was even originally, you can navigate the room somewhat intact, the way you remembered them.
Yep, just want to get to that storehouse, like the warehouse, with the golem in it.
Oh, I see where the lyrium storage is. Okay, I see.
And the other minerals were.
Okay. You still see an inactive golem at the other side of the room.
Voheim strides confidently into the room and then stops about halfway in. With his arms confidently placed behind his back.
Yep, it's there, standing motionless amidst the blue glow of the lyrium stores.
Voheim looks up at it, this huge rock thing, again sort of star-struck by its craftsmanship, and just says,
Aldrun Vasco.
Master recognized. As you see these rocks animate to life. You can see they connect, but also levitate closely together to form this very tall, imposing figure.
I am looking for valuables.
On the golem or in the room?
In the room. From what I was told, there's obviously lyrium, but then I think it was also mentioned that there were other like mined stuff in there, because it's the warehouse where they store all the stuff that they brought up from the mines. And so Voheim would be very much interested to see what all they pulled up there into the warehouse, to find potentially the most valuable thing or things.
So the biggest thing that you see, obviously, is pure refined lyrium.
Yeah.
Which is a commonly used as like a potion of sorts, to recharge like magical energy, which will be very useful to the mages in Dirloch Hold, but it would not be of much use to a dwarf such as yourself.
No.
Other than it could be
the dwarf work has already been done.
Valuable.
The fact that it's up here in the room, the dwarf work of it has already been done.
I would say you see enough miscellaneous gemstones and minerals in these side crates. Now, this is clearly not what they were after, but they still stored them as they can be quite valuable to the right buyer. You see, just all sorts of useful materials, iron, gemstones such as like diamonds.
Yeah, I mean, Voheim's just going to pick through and try and grab as many of the gemstones as possible, leaving the lyrium behind for the mages to use. But yeah, I'm looking to grab as much of the valuable stuff that I can carry reasonably.
Okay.
And you don't even have to tell me what the total GP amount is or whatever, but that's what I do.
That's actually the one thing I do have for you, actually.
Oh, interesting.
So I can't tell you exactly piece by piece what you're able to salvage, but this is what we would consider a hefty haul of resources. And I think after selling like any bits that like you couldn't use personally, it would probably equate you somewhere around like 3,000 gold.
Okay.
You have 8 minutes and 20 seconds left.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that's all Voheim wanted to do down there. I mean, looking around the room once more, he would sort of look at the golem as he's leaving, and
order, sir. as it just looks at you, and it's one eye, just a glow in the center of its face.
Voheim walks back up to the golem. Is it like bending down where Voheim is?
It stands triumphantly straight up, but if you were to approach it and give it an order, it may lean down.
Voheim would step to the front of it and gesture with his arm like this. Like,
Bend lower.
You can see instead of like crouching, it just like the rocks start levitating and just falls into a pile, so it can lower its whole body down to meet your level.
Voheim squats on the ground and places his hand on whatever like the face or like the skull of this thing would be. Like
It's
above
like
the eye.
It's like an irregular shaped,
Stone.
almost like an oval, like rectangular prism type head with just again like a yellow, like oval shaped glow as a singular eye in the middle.
Yeah, Voheim would place his hand on the head of it and would just say,
Go. Rest with the stone, brother.
Understood, master. May the stone guide you. And with that, it'll get up. And you see there's actually a crevice behind the golem leading down into the lyrium caves. And what you do see is as it clunks its way down these steep rocky steps, down into the chasm where you once fought Mal. In the distance down the chasm, you can still see that the corruption of red lyrium is still seeping through the chasm. It is still making its way towards the surface. It has not corrupted all of the crystals yet, but it has not stopped as a result of Mal's defeat. And you can see as the golem walks into the darkness, you begin to see pieces of rock from its body fly towards the walls, the ceiling, and the ground below, until nothing remains, and he's become one with the earth.
Voheim stands, dusts his hands off, and heads back upstairs.
All right.
And somebody else can take a turn now.
You rejoin once again, like what's, as people continue to recover, what is now like a bustling scene of, jovial conversation is what it seems.
Saarebas, Noctis, how are you two holding up with everything? I know you both had some pretty big decisions and encounters, to say the least.
I mean, I'm fine, I think. You find out that the person you thought was your mom, well, is your mom technically, didn't tell you that you had other parents. That's kind of a lot, but I'm trying to be calm and...
Yeah, well, I never had parents. I don't think I did, anyway. I don't know. So, I get it, in a way. It's a lot.
I'm the opposite of you. I had parents, now I have too many. You didn't have parents. That's kind of funny to me.
Well, after we go talk to the Grey Wardens and we find out more about Kerrigan and maybe find him, I don't know if he'll be there or not. We'll see. If you want me to help you track down information on them, I'd be more than happy to help.
Well, I was going to ask the Grey Wardens.
Yeah, they're smart too. They could probably...
Tell me about Kerrigan.
Oh, I think
You were blushing all about him.
he's I think she's actually gonna like.
Do not tell me he's just a friend when you're blushing like that.
I think she's gonna like probably pull out something, probably the dagger that he gave her, and just start like fiddling with it in her hands. Yeah, I don't know. We spent a lot of time together when I first came through the Fade. Well, not right after I came through the Fade. It was some time with Odie and Odie's mom before we lost her, and then we wandered a bit, and he found us at an old Grey Warden fortress. And basically taught me a lot of the stuff that I needed to know to be able to survive. So, yeah.
And he just left, or did he just disappear?
I don't know. He kind
What
of...
do you mean?
He left a note. He said he had to go do something, and I couldn't follow him. And I didn't because I was really upset that he left it all.
Oh.
But, I don't
That's
know.
reasonable.
I don't know if it was Grey Warden business or if something had happened and he didn't want me to get wrapped up in it, or I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Scandalous. I mean, now you're going after him, so how long has it been?
Oh gods. I nearly forgot how much time I wrote. Probably.
Ooh,
I forget. I know I put something down, but I forget.
You did put a time, I remember.
Hold on. I probably have it in my backstory doc. Give me a second, guys. Here we go.
I have them all open, but I don't know where it is.
Where was it? Okay, sorry. It's a good question. I should know that off the top of my head, and I don't. Sorry, I'm looking.
It doesn't say.
It doesn't say. Okay, so we're gonna make this
It says
up
they
on
were
the spot.
together for 2 months.
Yeah. 2 months. That's shorter than I thought it was. Okay, well, that makes sense though. I mean, we spent about 2 months together, and we've been apart for maybe like 5 months, 4 or 5 months now. It's been a few.
I was thinking maybe like a couple years.
No, it hasn't been that long. It feels like it's been that long, but I don't think it hasn't. So.
But
Almost
yeah,
half a year.
I mean, we can definitely. It's not been as long as I thought it would, so it might be a little bit easier to find him.
That's my
But who
hope.
knows?
Well.
Oh,
you.
I mean, you see, I have conflicting views because I love my mom.
Mm-hmm.
She's great. But there's like a whole side of me that I don't know. And she was willing to hold that above me.
She kind of manipulated you quite a bit too. Quite a few times.
But like, mother knows best. She knows best. Maybe they're bad people. Maybe they abandoned me on a doorstep or something.
Yeah, but you don't know that until you start asking questions.
Well, that's the plan.
Yeah.
And with your help and the others, I'm sure we'll get somewhere.
Yeah. Voheim is, I think he's still set on going to them. I don't know if he's changed. I don't think he's changed his mind. But...
Well, if he changed his mind in like the 30 minutes it took to get here and eat some bread, that would be surprising. Because we just talked about it.
That's fair, yeah. Saarebas, do you have any plans now that this is all pretty much done?
I thought, out of character, I thought we all decided to go to the Grey
I know,
Warrens at the end of
but-
last session.
I can't remember if Saarebas told us that or not. If that was like an out of character thing that Nick told us. I could be wrong. I don't know. My memory's crap.
You guys talked about it very briefly after
Okay.
Mal was burnt to a crisp.
You were going to come with us, right?
I'm not really sure I have anything better to be doing.
I mean, be happy to have you, but, you know, if there's something else you want to do, that's okay too. Whatever you want.
To be honest, I was... well, happy isn't the right word, but I was relieved to have a clear goal when I came here again. And now it seems like I'm directionless.
Well, we can help you find your direction if you need it. That's what friends do.
Well, thank you. I suppose you'll have to deal with me a little bit longer.
I enjoy your company, actually.
I do too.
That's a surprise, but a welcome one nonetheless.
I think Ode enjoys everyone's company too. And look down at him. Or at him, I guess, because we're eye level now. Kind of give him scritches.
He lets out like a very happy screech, almost like the bark of a dog.
Yeah, he's happy.
I must confess I'm more worried about the future of this place than anything else.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't want to leave until we come to some kind of resolution with everything going on here. So.
I'm just waiting for them to stop having a conversation over there. To see,
could-
I don't want to interrupt or anything.
You would probably hear like the jingling pockets of Voheim as he would approach back to the table, just laden with gems, just like and sits down at the table and says,
Oh, I don't think we'll have to worry about that. I don't think the Inquisition's going to want to leave this place not in their good graces after what I just saw.
What did you just see?
Red lyrium, that's what I saw. Extremely deadly. They can't afford to leave this place unaccounted for or unprotected. Might be nice to have a mage college full of students ready to protect it from getting into the wrong hands.
Hmm.
Good to know. Definitely bring that up. Hopefully.
I mean, if you guys want to insert yourself into that conversation, you can. I'm nervous about it.
As the four of you converse, a small figure approaches your table, along with another very small figure, wheeling a very massive cart filled with an assortment of goods. And you just hear, "Hello."
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, greetings. Me boy and I just wanted to thank you for saving the hold and everybody in it, including ourselves. Not the craziest thing we've ever seen, but, up there.
Well, your boy handled himself admirably down there.
Do you have any details of what happened? I'm afraid he hasn't spoken a word to me.
Boom.
Boom.
Boom. He just stares off into space.
Cleared out a whole room of problems for us.
I don't know whether it's worth it for me to pry details out of the boy or to just let things be.
He knows what he did. I guess that's all that matters.
Help friends.
Mm-hmm. That's for sure.
Well, after what you did, I suppose it'd be worth it to you to work out some sort of discount. After all, you saved me from the cold and then from some sort of dragon creature. It's the least I could do. What say we extend that discount from 10 to maybe 20%?
That sounds remarkable.
Ew.
Well, I can't say where we're going to set up shop next, but we are headed to Val Royeaux right now that the storm has subsided.
That's Orlais, right? Or am I getting that mixed up?
Oh, only the bloody capital.
Oh, okay.
But should you ever be in town, we'll be there. And this discount is for life.
Keep that in mind. Thank you.
Oh, and by the by, it seems the Seeker wanted a word with you. It sounded like their conversation was about wrapping up.
Give a look to Noctis. Like,
Isn't that just perfect?
I can't wait to have this matter done and dusted. We stay a little bit longer, we might be able to be here for lunch, too.
More bread.
mm-hmm.
Well, we're just going to take some for the road and... Well, till we next meet. It was lovely to meet
Till
you
we
all.
next meet.
Likewise.
Voheim gives a deep bow.
Ooh, fancy.
I love him.
Saarebas gives a cursory nod as they leave.
He just waves. Syretia waves.
He looks at you, Saarebas, and just goes, "Goodbye, scary man."
Oh man.
And with that, Bodan and Sandal exit the hold.
Okay, well, who wants to go first? Kind of looks over at the Seeker.
You can see that Seeker Frederick is, having some sort of inaudible conversation with First Enchanter Elmander. They seem to be nodding at each other, taking in what each other has to say. Very intent, focused conversation amidst the smiles around them.
Well, it looks like it's getting a bit boring over there. I suppose I should go and change that.
Okay, I'm coming with you. And she's gonna get up and
I'm
start
also
following Voheim.
Just walking with all the gems in my
Jingle,
pockets,
jangle.
just like.
Yeah, Saarebas will follow.
We'll go.
Well, good morning, gentlemen.
You can see the Elmander's a little hunched over, clearly tired from the long night, and the Seeker just stands with his hands behind his back, as if he was awaiting you.
We were told you wanted to have a word.
Mm-hmm.
I take it you have not forgotten your promise.
Of course not.
Well, talks with the First Enchanter here have been very educational, as he seems to be good at being. It is clear he's very passionate for this place.
Mm-hmm.
And I must say, personally, off the record from any accounts of the Inquisition, that you all defended this hold, as well as our organization, with great valor. And that bravery will not go unnoticed. It will be taken into account. However, many things have transpired in the past couple days, it seems. Lots of factors left unchecked until they spiraled out of control and caused a catastrophe. And this cannot repeat. Action must be taken. But from what I understand, The four of you seem to be something of a third party.
Yeah.
Yes.
Before any decision is to be made, I think the both of us would value any counsel you have in how to proceed. I must say the Inquisition cannot just walk away.
It gives a look to.
We cannot ignore the tragedies that befell this place. And even if I did, innocent mages should not be left at risk.
Well, I think that the solution is relatively simple, my good man, seeing as how the only way that victory was won in the first place was a union between the mages and yourselves. I think that some sort of a permanent partnership would be prudent. Speaking from my years of experience down in the mines, it would appear that the creature that we fought against has corrupted the blue lyrium down in the mines. That being the case, it would be unwise to leave it guarded. So, my recommendation is this. You allow Almander to continue with his good work, the educating of the students, and you have a small garrison posted here for their protection and the protection of the red lyrium, which the students can also assist with. This place is a historical site from the previous people who used to be here, but it is also a cache of now extremely dangerous material that you cannot leave unguarded.
So what you're saying is that the Hold remains a school, when in addition to a circle of magi, that it also becomes a guarded secret, and should it be breached, could unleash Maker knows what atrocities upon Thedas.
Might be better to have some sort of a front for this place instead of letting it rot and sit abandoned. People are less likely to go snooping around places guarded by the Inquisition.
It's not a bad idea. I can take it up with the Inquisitor for garrisoning some troops here. Anybody else have any ideas? I think we have the start of something here.
Oh.
I mean, if I may suggest something. I know this is a mage school, but maybe it might be beneficial to also have like a weapons class, like with arrows and swords. So if something were to happen where they couldn't use their magic, or it would be unwise to use their magic in a certain situations, they would still have a way to defend themselves in the school.
Elmander leans forward and says, Evangeline was an advocate for defensive magic. I was hoping it wouldn't come to that. Such offensive, violent, unpredictable spells
I
that
mean,
could potentially add more evil in this world, but from what I saw, these students didn't stand a chance without the help of strangers.
yeah.
Perhaps it is time I took Evangeline's request a bit more seriously.
Yeah.
Perhaps destructive magic is not inherently evil.
If taught by the right people, it can be used in a good way. And I also more meant like if any of them have any interest like using like physical, and she'll kind of like, I imagine she has like her bow and arrow with her, like physical weapons. I'm
Now
just
there's
saying.
an idea.
like I said, you can't always use magic. As far as I know about, I don't know a lot about magic, but I imagine there are situations where it might not work or it might not be smart because for whatever reasons. So go old physical combative techniques with bows and arrows, swords, daggers, things like that.
Hand to hand.
Hand to hand. Just so they have a secondary way to, like, obviously magic would be their main primary skill.
And I mean,
but
I think I have a pretty good idea of who could teach them.
Mm-hmm.
And who might that be?
You guys. And I point at the Inquisition guy. I forget his name.
Frederick, Secret Frederick.
Yes.
Could also tie into your partnership.
Nobody deserves to be at the whim of somebody else.
Exactly.
I do have many fine men and women at the ready to teach martial combat.
It
They'll
can
need
be a
something
school
to do
of
if
all
they're going to be
kinds.
here in the Dales with little connection to civilization. Might as well make the most of their time. Give them something to do.
Yeah. Test their brains a bit,
Your Inquisition soldiers won't be bored while they're here in Almander's school.
Perhaps the Templars could step up as well.
Mm-hmm.
Assume more of a teaching role as well. I can't force this upon anybody.
Well, no, it's just an idea.
These mages, they're here seeking peace. And I haven't been able to offer that to them. We're going to lose people if we do this, but I do agree that this is the safest way forward.
They need to be ready, because if peace is interrupted again like it was, they need to be ready for it and not scared and running away. Because how are they going to protect themselves or anyone if they can't feel confident in themselves or their abilities?
It's true. It's only the reality of the situation, sir. Surely you see this now.
Peace doesn't come without any sacrifice.
That's also true.
Or order, security.
And I mean, they don't all... They're not here to be, like, warriors. But, like, if the time comes and they need to stand up and fight for themselves, they need to be able to.
Yeah, and you won't have to worry about protecting the students because they can protect themselves. It doesn't have to be
And
anything...
they can protect...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just saying they can protect other things, too.
Mm-hmm.
This all sounds rather hopeful, I must say, but with the Inquisition here, and the Secret reporting back to Skyhold, I'm afraid the secrecy of this place has been compromised. This is no longer the safe haven I once built it as.
Things change.
No, but you don't... Maybe you do understand, Noctis.
I had
But
a home I thought was safe. And then the person supposed to protect me left. And I think it changed. It wasn't safe anymore.
Yes, but now you are free, aren't you?
I feel like free's an opinion. What really is free? I feel like I'm still chained to something.
And we will be too. With
And
the
so will
influence of the
everybody else.
Inquisition, the Chantry, their maker?
The world isn't fair.
I suppose nothing is perfect.
Nothing
But shouldn't we
is.
strive for perfection?
If you strive for perfection, you'll always fall short. You'll always be disappointed. You'll always be upset that you couldn't make it.
There's
We
no.
If
talked
I
about a potential relocation.
Where will you go?
That's just it. Making the school nomadic. Traveling from place to place. Not getting holed up anywhere for any sort of corruption to take root. Or for any faction like the Inquisition to ever jurisdict us.
I mean, from what I know about the Dalish, they seem to do pretty well with that. They have their what's it called? Aravels, I think is what they're called. They carry all their stuff in. I don't know. I've only heard it in passing, but
The
could
elves.
work.
The elves are on max as Exodus.
Well,
We don't know where exactly they're going.
I meant before that. I still, I'm just saying it seems to work. If done right, it could work. Is what I'm saying.
Potentially.
But
Now, I must add that if you do this first enchanter, you would be on the run. And you would be putting your students in grave danger. Now, I might be able to turn a blind eye in light of past service. I think you deserve that. But not everyone is forgiving, as I, nor the Inquisition. It might be wise to take Voheim's advice. And keep building the hold up.
I have somebody in mind that I think would make a perfect fit to be in charge of the Inquisition at this location.
Well, let's hear it. You know someone under my command?
Reinhard. Reinhard and nobody else.
The officer?
He's the only one I trust to give the proper respect to Allmander and to acquit himself wisely in how he handles his soldiers.
He's been a good man. Good scout, good soldier. Strong heart, that one.
Voheim would turn and look at Allmander and say,
You can trust him.
If that is your counsel. Then I suppose I agree. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it seems to be the safest, and at the end of the night, that's what I care about.
Don't let perfect get in the way of the good, Allmander. You've done well.
Right. It was very well said by you and Noctis.
plus, I mean, this is their home. I don't think it'd be right to make them move around when they
Run.
and on the run.
And besides, with the extra people here helping out, who knows, you could really fix this place up nice.
You won't need us to clear out the basement.
It took months just to get this place up and running. It'll take years to fully repair the hold. But I'm up for it.
I think you have the right people to do it, and I think you'll be okay.
I believe
I
my
mean-
students will be more than willing.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever need somebody to take down a basilisk, you know who to call.
Well, you, my friends, are always welcome. Whether we have a basilisk problem or not.
Maybe I'll come teach an archery class or something.
You already know I'm pretty good at teaching.
Yes.
Both
A
of
couple of
them.
these students.
Voheim taps Saarebas on the knee and says,
Him as well. He could come back
Oh,
and
for
teach
sure.
anytime.
You mentioned teaching. I had one final request. I hear the four of you plan on leaving.
Yeah, we have some people we need to go
We
see.
have answers that we need.
Truly the adventure type.
Mm-hmm. Always have been. Very curious.
Well, as I said, should you need a moment of respite from this cruel world, you're always welcome here. And nothing's ever going to change that.
Of course.
But if I could make one last request.
Yeah.
Of course.
Before you depart, get some rest. Have your fill of bread. And do teach my students one final lesson. They were very receptive to your last lessons. So Saarebas, Noctis.
Mhm. Of course.
I do wish we had 10 more of you as teachers. Just something to think about.
Maybe when
Voheim-
I get my answers, I'll come back and I'll
Voheim
be a teacher full time.
starts to walk away and gives a wink and says,
Nah, you couldn't afford me.
and then goes back to go eat more bread.
Like that dwarf. He
Well,
smiles.
I'll tell you what. Let me know what you guys decide on the martial classes, and if you guys need an archery teacher, let me know. And then as soon as I'm done with what I need to do, I can come back and teach a bit, or try to. Be happy.
And I mean, once I get my answers, I'm coming back. And if you need me as a teacher, I'll do it.
That is very
I just
good to
gotta-
hear.
Of course. I just need to figure out where it came from. I'm sure you've heard. Oh.
There's no need to be fearful of the spirits. Though many wish to harm us, manifest as demons, there are many that seek to guide us.
Yeah, there's some good ones. I would know.
I think I have a pretty good guide myself. And I look at Syretia. Oh, sorry. I meant your dragon, Syretia. I wasn't talking about you.
Right.
And
I mean, I also know a thing or two about spirits too. Not particularly about how magic lies, but like just their nature. If you ever need it.
You mean
For that.
since you're a spirit?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It makes sense you would know about yourself.
You're right, Noctis, yes.
Saarebas, you got a second?
I don't believe I have a choice in the matter.
You're right, you don't. Would you walk with me for a moment?
Of course.
Voheim would in the same, similar to the golem, would sort of just tuck his arms like behind his back and just start walking. I imagine maybe up one of the spiral staircases to like where we were roomed, just wherever there's like windows where we can see out, and maybe even the same area where he talked to Syretia. Voheim would sort of lean up against some of the walls and maybe even hop up on like a sill, like just a stone sill, and would say,
"You must forgive my pointedness, but in conversations and when it comes to digging out mines, we dwarves find the most direct route is usually the best."
Go ahead.
When we were all in the Fade for the first time, I told all of you about how I had to verbally spar with that scum Quintus. And obviously we all saw what Syretia had to stand up against Mal himself. And then, of course, we learned, not all that long ago, about poor Noctis having to make that horrid choice, picking their freedom in order to save our lives while talking to Maestus. But I must ask, what was it that you saw in the Fade?
Was unpleasant to be sure, but is an experience all Saarebas face. I'm afraid if you're looking for anything particularly interesting about it, I couldn't tell you.
That hardly seems likely. You could tell me almost anything, whatever it was that you fought, and I would find it very interesting.
If I must elaborate, he was perhaps friend isn't the best word, but comrade who would later become my jailer.
Why were you jailed? Were you a criminal?
In a sort.
Of course, you don't have to tell me what your crimes were, but I'm afraid that this conversation's going to be resoundingly one-sided, because I will sit here until the whole of Thedas collapses in on itself, waiting for you to tell me why you were in jail.
Very well. You know, I have to say, I believe I've conversed more with you than I have with any other individual in my life. You're quite talkative.
Like I said, I extract stories like I extract lyrium, and I don't usually quit at either.
I admit it is a pleasant change of pace. Qunari aren't one for conversation. Most of the time, at least. But there was... To call it a crime is perhaps a misnomer, but mages are treated quite differently than the Qun. I'm shocked the amount of freedom these mages here have, and even with the oversight they are given.
Were you practicing magic in a manner that they found wrong?
It wasn't practicing, it was the fact that it was. Any mage is considered a danger, will be locked up, and treated as a weapon.
Is that amongst all the Qunari, or just your people?
It is the practice of those who follow the Qun. A great many of us. I was only a boy when these abilities came to light, and I spent the rest of my adulthood in shackles.
How long had you been free before you found us?
Only a few months. It's difficult to find employment consistently, so I was wandering from place to place.
If you could do anything, let us say that you were the richest in all of Thedas, what would you do? Where would you go?
I admit I haven't had much time to explore the question yet. Freedom has been a overwhelming thing for me in these past couple days.
Freedom is why I am here. It's why my friend Rhaegar died. It's why I'm in charge of a dozen or so stupid, smelly, loud dwarves back in Vigil's Keep. But it is good, the freedom that we have. I myself was out looking for, as you know, a new location, for a new theg, and also to collect funds for the guild. And until such time as you find out what you wish to do with the remainder of your life, I would be more than honored to have you an official part of our guild.
This is quite a bit. You aren't playing a prank on me or something the matter, are you?
Does that seem like the sort of thing I would do? Actually, don't answer that. If I was to pull a prank on you, it would be much better than this. No, absolutely. I'm considered an undwarf from those in Orzammar because I went to the surface. I'm divorced from the stone by their metrics. I'm a shame to my family line, a shame to the dwarves, a shame to the stone. And yet, I am free.
It's intoxicating, in a way, freedom.
Feels good, doesn't it?
I don't dislike it. Certainly beats being in chains.
Well, so long as you're a part of my guild, or even if you decide to go your own way at some point and exercise that new freedom that you have, you would never be treated that way when you are anywhere near my presence.
And I will take you up on that offer. I'd be honored to lend my skills to your journey.
Voheim lifts his hand as high as he can for a handshake.
Saarebas is best not to look down on Voheim, try to avoid being rude.
Saarebas, I'm down here.
Just not hunching over, just like reaching his arm down as far as he can without bending over and offending his new benefactor.
All right, these terms are acceptable. And since you are now part of my guild, I can go ahead and show you some of what I am planning on bringing back to Vigil's Keep so I can keep living the free life that I live.
And then I take out just a handful of gemstones.
When we get back to Vigil's Keep, I'll have enough money to fund an expedition into the places that I was told to look for a new theg location. And then when it's ready, we'll begin construction. And it will be a place where people of all types can come and find sanctuary. The undwarfs, Qunari, elves, won't matter. Everyone will be welcome in my new theg. It's what Rhaegar would have wanted.
If I'm to be frank, I had heard your goal before. It seemed a noble one, but I had never thought you would invite me on it. I'm grateful.
Well, between you and Noctis and Syretia, there's nobody better to share an adventure with, by my reckoning.
Well, I shall do my best not to disappoint.
Let's go back to the others. I'm afraid they're going to eat all the bread.
Cut back to Syretia just.
Yeah, choking the bread.
Gotta hurry before he gets back. They've been gone a long time. You think they're okay?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think so.
I wonder what they're talking about. You're just chewing food.
Who knows?
Beats me.
Wait, you lost them? How did you lose them? I thought we did it.
They just.
You see, 10 looks really worried at the
No,
table with
no,
you.
no, 10. No. They left. They went to another room. They're fine. They're alive.
They're fine. They're just talking, I think.
How are you holding up? I haven't seen you for a bit.
Oh, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
It's the hardest thing I've ever done in my brief existence.
That was
But,
really impressive, what you did.
Thanks. Not as impressive as the 4 of you. It seems I chose the perfect protectors.
I wouldn't say perfect, but thank you.
At this point, the boys would have gotten back.
Still eating. And wave to him.
Oh, 10. Good to see you.
It's good to see you too, Voheim. I'm glad we all made it out in one piece. I would have, well, really tore me apart. Who knows what I would have become.
I'd
Had
rather
I
not
had to
think
bear
about
witness
that.
to. Well, let's just be glad it didn't come to that.
Right.
But now your quest is complete, and it sounds like new adventures await.
Yeah, we're gonna go seek out the Grey Wardens next. I have a friend I'm looking for, and then I think Voheim has some business to attend to with them too. So, and then Noctis wants to find their parents. You know, got some things to do. What are you gonna do?
Well, it was foolish of me to think I could keep you here forever. But at the end of the day, you did exactly as you promised.
I think she's gonna pull out the doll. Be like, will this still work? Can I still talk to you? Or is it kind of kaput now?
I don't know anything about its range, I guess I would say. I can project myself through this like some sort of focus, but the bad news is I'm bound to this place. I recognize what I am. I'm Dove's guardian, and I belong here with her.
I mean, we'll be back. I think some of us want to come back and teach at some point, so you'll see us around. Might just be a little while.
You can take the doll as a memento if you wish. But I thought it would be best to reveal myself to at least the enchanters here.
They seem to be receptive, so I think you'll be okay.
And I mean,
I hope so. I mean,
they've come a long way.
yeah, they have.
At least with me.
I'm just a little nervous about these Inquisition guys that are hanging around. Do you think they'll they won't mistake me for some kind of threat? Do you think?
No.
Maybe we should bring this up to the main guy, just to be sure.
As you're conversing with 10, you see both Shurston and Evangeline walking up with Dove cradled.
Oh, hi.
Hello to the and who the hell are you? As Tin is just waving.
Well,
This is-
please, let's
I
have a little
mean-
respect. This is our friend Ten, who is responsible for saving Dove in the first place. We
He's
never
the
would
one-
have found her without his help.
He's the one who asked us to help.
Yeah, he's her guardian.
And you see Evangeline just kind of like looks at him very intently.
I think Syretia's gonna go stand next to him.
So you're the presence I felt. I was running through those woods in a blizzard. I felt that darkness following me, but there was also something else. I presume that was you? Surprise. He just doesn't really quite know what to say.
Don't be so modest, Ten. Come on. He led us to Dove in the first place. He also helped us multiple times, including in our fight against the dragon.
Well, then you have my thanks. Seems
Yeah.
You set in motion something that ended up saving us all.
Which is why I think if he wanted to stay here, that he should be treated as someone to be trusted and not a threat. And kind of looks over at the Elmander or wherever he is. So bring it up. I don't know if we should bring it up to him or, but
I'll handle it. I
okay.
don't think he'll need much convincing anyway.
Yeah.
And Shurston just like clears her throat and just goes, "Well, we just wanted to thank you for everything you did."
I'm glad it worked out in the end.
Yeah.
I know you'll be departing soon. I know that's no secret now.
Mm.
Well,
We'll be
it's not
back.
forever.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Of
Just-
course.
I'm gonna be a teacher, didn't you hear?
Yep. We'll add you to the roster.
What are they
Maybe you
gonna?
could even replace me when I need to go on any more errand runs.
Oh, for sure.
Noctis, what are they gonna call you? Professor Noctis or?
My last name's Conan.
Oh.
Well, Coen, not Conan. Coen. It's Noctis Coen.
Noctis the Barbarian.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be Professor Coen.
That's a good ring to it.
Well,
I think so. I never thought that I would even consider being a magic teacher. But life has crazy ways of showing you what you should be doing.
Yeah.
perhaps you could teach Dove when she grows up.
What better
Oh.
way to ensure that Dove stays on the straight and narrow than to have Noctis teach her a thing or two?
Yeah. I mean she's gonna have an amazing gift. And somebody's gotta show her how to use it for the right reasons.
About
Well-
the child.
Yes, we were thinking all about what to do with her.
Have you informed Elmander about her presence?
There hasn't been time to go into detail, but yes, he's aware now.
Mm.
I hate to be blunt, but in a way, the series of events was in part due to her presence. If you continue to keep her here, you understand a similar thing might occur in the future.
She is special. And she's destined to do great things. Not just for the elven people, but for all of Thedas.
Yeah.
Everything that separates us from the Fade and beyond. She can have control over it. We need to
It's a
make
good-
sure that she's raised right. And we've always wanted a baby. And this is our best chance.
I think you'll be great parents.
And I mean, you'll always have us to protect you and her. So,
Two of you better give her really nice presents, or else I'll hear about it.
oh, we'll come by if you don't. We'll have awesome gifts.
If she's that spoiled, we're gonna be very upset, actually.
You're heard loud and clear. We have every intention of spoiling our baby girl. And we promise not to live in fear of what she might do, and more live in hope of what she could do. After all,
I mean,
Noctis, you
she's
taught us
with
that
you. Oh,
having powers people view as a curse. The kind that makes beings of malicious intent try to destroy the fabric of her being. In spite of all that, she deserves a chance. Because it's what you do with them that matters.
mm-hmm. We're not all bad.
I know someone who would agree with that. I think he'd be happy to hear that from you. Or from someone else, regardless.
Now, it's my understanding that you're seeking out the wardens.
Yes. We're heading out to Vigil's Keep next, I believe.
Voheim leads over to Noctis and says,
Or one specific warden, maybe.
Maybe. We're looking for a warden named Kurgan?
Kurgan no Mars.
Specifically.
He's a elf, a city elf. He left a few months ago. I don't know where he went. But he's a friend of mine.
A friend.
A
Gonna
friend.
load up this guy.
I think she's just gonna like do that.
Voheim and Noctis are like elbowing each other, just like.
Well, your business is your own. And your adventures take you wherever you may please. But seeing as you're headed north, I do have something to bring to your attention.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how the state of Ferelden's mage circles are. But my last expedition was to Navarra. And off the coast of Cumberland, I saw it was utterly destroyed. I made no contact with the mages there. I don't even know if anyone survived. But this darkness, this demon we fought off, somehow it came from there. I don't know any other details. It was my intention to keep investigating, but I didn't expect of. I didn't expect to be pursued. And I certainly didn't expect to become a parent. So I'm in no position to follow up on this.
Well, I mean,
Should you find yourself crossing the Waking Sea, please do be wary. And know that this evil will never truly be at rest until it's dealt with.
Well, what's another quest? After finding Kierrigan, finding Noctis's parents, getting to Vigil's Keep, getting in touch with the Grey Wardens, giving over my funding to my guild. Who knows after that? But good to know.
We'll keep an eye out.
yeah.
And take heart in your companions. You all work very well as a team. And I fear, Saarebas, you might need more than just your own might to conquer whatever comes next.
Well, he doesn't just have his own might, he has 3 others.
No matter how far you travel, you will always be Dove's defenders.
Yeah.
So we need you to stay alive. And take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. More than anything. For as long as the 4 of you live, she will have hope.
Yeah.
We can manage that.
My parents taught me that hardship is the forge that friendship is pulled from.
That's very
I hadn't
poetic.
planned on dying, so.
Just another thing to remember. If you're ever forgetting what you're fighting for.
Kind of hard to
Well, of
forget.
course, I'm fighting to get back here to give Dove some presents. And they're going to be a lot better than yours.
Oh my god.
How must it feel to know that you'll never truly be the favorite of the child?
I must say, one shudders to think of the trinkets you'll find on your journeys.
Oh, you're going to need a whole storehouse to house all of it.
And I mean, we can carry a lot. So.
Speaking of stores, thank you for securing the lyrium below. That'll do our mages much good.
Yes, I reckoned it was time for that poor golem to have its rest. No sense guarding something like that so long after everyone's dead.
Golems are historically magnificent protectors, but also a great danger. I'm glad you dealt with it.
I say this as someone with experience, that if I were you, I would get all of the lyrium out of that storehouse as quickly as possible before Mal's corruption reaches it. It won't be of any use to you once it's gone bad.
Don't worry. I already have some of the enchanters securing it as we speak.
Oh, I expect nothing less from someone like you.
It's being handled with
Evangeline,
care.
Evangeline, I must formally apologize to you.
For what?
On our first meeting, I misjudged you. In one sense. In the other sense, I was completely correct. You were keeping secrets from Almander, but you have since come clear of that, and I understand why the secrecy had to happen. But I took you for someone with ambitious thoughts, someone overly obsessed with rule following. I did not know that it stemmed from your desire to protect Dove, and so I would like to apologize to you for that.
I think we all misjudged each other at the start. After all, I wasn't myself. I was a wolf, remember?
You had other things to be worried about.
Yeah, much like the Inquisition setting up their garrison. Sometimes we have to be open to change. Allowing someone else to help, someone else to protect. I'm glad I put my faith in you.
And we're all collectively glad that we can place our trust in you to keep Dove safe.
The Fate already threw the worst it had at her. I don't think anything else is going to come even close.
No. Though it is possible by the time it tries again, she'll be able to fend for herself much more capably.
She's going to do wonderful things. Would you all like to say goodbye?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first? Anyone? Okay, I think Syretia will go first then. I think she's gonna go up to Dove and do like the little I'll see you later, okay? And then as she says that, she's gonna hold her hand out and she's gonna druidcraft a little forget-me-not flower and like just kind of put it like by her ear, like tuck it in the ear.
A little strong baby's grip. She just looks up at you.
Don't crush it. And she's gonna druidcraft another one and hand it to Evangeline. Here, just in case. Stick around long enough. When you're older, I might teach you how to do that. Give her a wink and smile.
She just laughs.
Odie, you want to say bye? Be gentle. And then
He just stares at her in the face. And she just smiles at him. And he just gives her a good couple of slimy licks.
Aww. I think she'll, if she has like a little handkerchief, she'll, after he's done, she'll just kind of, okay. Yeah, that works. And kind of wipe her off a bit. Yeah. And then let someone else say their goodbye.
I will go next. Mine isn't dramatic or anything. They're just gonna go up and be like, oh, goodbye, and like kiss on the cheek, and then that's it.
Simple.
Saarebas will kneel and place the baby's hand between his finger and his thumb and crack a rare smile as he looks her in the eyes, and then stand up and get ready to go.
Yeah, she's just giggling at Noctis and Saarebas.
Voheim steps forward, takes a chair, scoots it in front of him, and hops up on it. So that way he's roughly level with Dove, and pulls back his hood and just rests his forehead very gently against her forehead.
Oh.
And then as he lifts his head off, he just gives her forehead a little kiss. And then he pulls his hood back over and then looks up at Shurston and Evangeline and just gives a slight bow and then hops off the chair and drags it back over to the table.
She's like in awe of what you just did. Well, farewell. Our good defenders.
Until next time.
Yeah. We'll be back. Might be a little while, but we'll be back.
Yeah. Like you said, I gotta teach Dove the ropes.
So, you all begin to pack up all your belongings. You are able to store as much bread as humanly possible. And you arrive at the gate in front of Dirloch Hold.
I have a question.
Answer.
Can I look for the raven? The white raven? Like in the sky, maybe?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
I'm gonna be so for real. I gotta open up my character sheet.
I know, I was like, this is not a very roll-heavy session.
Uno momento.
Por favor.
You said perception? Question mark? Question mark?
Yep.
Well, we'll see. No, I don't see it. I rolled a 5.
Yeah, the White Raven was something you saw at the beginning of this journey.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been strangely absent for the entirety of your stay here at Dirloch Hold.
Yeah.
And while you most certainly cannot see it in the skies above or the landscape before you, you do see that on the bridge before you, the massive bridge leading you off of the mesa that the castle rests upon, you do see at the foot of the gate a single white feather.
I'm gonna take the feather. And just keep it.
Though it would take some time to study,
Mm-hmm.
and you may have to attune to it or unlock whatever it hides with some sort of magical ability. You can feel the presence of some hint of magic emanating from it.
Okay. Yeah, I keep it.
And at this, all the friends you've made at Dirloch Hold escort you to the gate. It is then raised, and this is your final chance for a goodbye.
Just wave. What's that?
Take one last long look.
Don't forget your lessons. I will be
see-
testing you when I get back.
The students are practically cheering for you guys.
Voheim definitely, with a sweeping arm, bows super low, throwing the other arm backwards behind him, and then stands back up and cups his hands to his mouth and says,
This place better look a lot better next time we're here.
I feel like seeing him do that, Noctis kind of mirrors you a bit. With the dramatic bow.
Besides, we've got parents to go find.
And a friend to find.
A friend to find.
Parents, a friend, wink wink, nudge nudge.
And then
and answers.
Voheim looks dead in Saarebas' eyes, completely serious, and says,
And freedom.
I can get down. I can be all for that.
Noble things, to be sure.
Okay. You ready,
So-
Odie? Go find Kerrigan? Looks at him.
He just
Before we
wags
set
his
out-
tail.
I would like to properly introduce myself to you all.
Okay.
It is an honor to have known you. My name is Asaran. I hope to be of further use to you in the future.
It's lovely to meet you.
Asarand.
I like it. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, it
Asaran.
suits you.
Well, isn't that the longest introduction I've ever had?
And so, as you reach the tail end of the bridge, you can see it retracts down below, disappearing into the mists. But you have the entire forest of the Dales before you. All the snow practically melted. And it feels like the first beautiful day of a new spring in Thedas. As you all find the trail forward as a party of 4. Syretia, Noctis, Voheim, and Asarand. Off on their assortment of quests. Determined to make it back to Dirloch Hold someday. The end.
Yay!
Yay!
Yippee!
Yippee!